So raise your hand if you ever thought this before, like if only I could duplicate myself, right? I can't tell you how many times I've thought that, especially as I was juggling a 3-year-old and infant twins. And duplicating yourself is as old as like history itself, right? It's prevalent enough that there have even been movies made about it. And so when you have that thought, know that you're not alone. And it's also unattainable to duplicate yourself, right? Or is it? What if I told you that you may not be able to duplicate yourself, but you could make it so that many of the tasks that you're performing for your practice or even your business could be handed off to someone or something else? This is called automation, and it's not as hard as you think. So I'm curious, how many of you are joining me today? How many of you are what you would call a solopreneur, or you're running the show yourself? Anybody? Actually, while you're sharing, I'm going to add a little kumquat in my water. What's in your water today? If you're watching on after the recording is over, after the live is over, give me some hearts, give me some likes, share your questions and comments here below. I'll be back to answer them. It helps us engage as a community, and we'll share together. This is Free Friday. Today we're going to be free from exhaustion, free from being a one-woman show, free to automate, free to duplicate yourself, free to expand and grow, really free to impact more lives, and free to increase your profit or increase your income. Now, those of you who are joining me at the beginning, and actually those of you, welcome you who are joining on Instagram. If you are on Instagram, I do have to be honest, you are in the cheap seats. So you're gonna wanna join us over on Facebook at 3 Life Essentials so that you can actually grab all of the written show notes and the goodies today. But you're welcome to stay here with me. For those of you who would like access to the full written guide from today's Free Friday, just give me the word automation below, and I will share those with you, as well as I'm going to give you some access to 3 amazing tools today that you can begin to incorporate. But we're going to be talking today how automation can be a really great way to increase your profit today. So yes, we're going to be free to duplicate ourselves. Okay, so now if you're new here, actually, before I forget, if you know somebody that is too busy for their own good, go ahead and sprinkle this to them. Don't keep this information to yourself. I even have a bonus gift for those of you who choose to do that. When you type in the word automation, you'll get an opportunity to be able to sprinkle this with other people and receive and unlock a special gift from me too. But my name is Amy Miller. I'm a wellness advocate. I'm a business coach that helps fellow SLPs and other special needs professionals make a bigger impact in the lives of their patients. I help them be able to set their business apart from all the others and provide patients with solutions that address issues rather than just putting Band-Aids on problems. And we do this using our signature Spark method via our growth mindset coaching. This is Free Friday. So this is our weekly series on Fridays to experience life more fully, more abundantly. Bonus if we can do this naturally, right? So yes, Free Friday. So let me show you here. Actually, before we dive in, we love to learn out loud here on Free Friday. So when we learn out loud, we use the hashtag Free Friday, and we explain whatever is freeing your mind or whatever your aha moment is. And throughout the live today, even if you're watching on the replay or the recording, anytime you hear something that's really valuable to you, or a new idea or nugget that you want to hold on to, just type in hashtag Free Friday and then share the tip that you're going to implement in your life. In today's video, we're going to cover 3 areas of your practice, or if you're not a therapist in private practice in your business, that you can use automation to make it seem like you've duplicated yourself without some of the problems of cloning, right? Or the ethical hurdles of that, or worrying which version of yourself is going to be the boss. Increased costs of food, right? If you're duplicating yourself, it's a win-win. So are you ready to streamline a few processes within your business and get a ton of extra energy on hand? Yes? Awesome. Okay, so let's talk about this word automation here for just a second. It might sound a little complicated and intimidating, especially if you have never utilized it in your practice or in your business, but it's really just another way of saying organization, and it's a systematic approach to managing your private practice. So I'm curious, do you ever look at maybe a bigger, more successful practice and think, gosh, they're the only ones that can afford to run all this automation? And the truth is, those practices many times are bigger and more successful because they've implemented some kind of systematic approach with automation before they got big. Automation really does equal more time for you in your zone of genius, in your areas of strength, which we talked about a few weeks ago, or even with your family, and those equal an increased profit. So let's take a look at just 3 ways that we can automate our practice. So the first way is really through automated engagement. So let's talk about what that means, automated engagement. Good morning to you, Rhonda. Thanks for joining me this morning. Yes, good to see you here. So let's talk about automated engagement. So today, really, it's getting harder and harder to have real conversations with clients or with patients face-to-face. And it's even harder to get patients to follow through with therapy at home between sessions. Or if you're joining me and maybe you have a business that's not private practice, it's getting harder and harder to have people follow through with things that you ask them to do. You can't be in all places at once. So enter #TherapyBot. Now, TherapyBot is your friend. TherapyBot's your reminder. She's your assistant. She's your engager across the internet. Okay. Now, why? Because statistics show that most people are on Facebook. Most people read messages through Facebook Messenger quickly. They're opened at actually a much higher rate than emails are. So how many of you use emails as reminders in your business in some way, or to try to keep engaged with your patients or your customers? Utilizing a therapy bot or a bot that you name yourself. Mine is called Ro the bot. Some of you may have even experienced engagement with her over the last week or even this morning. But you can use it to send reminders, to do therapy exercises. You can use TherapyBot to check in with a patient, to provide a more personalized experience. So I'm going to show you actually how this works. If you want to experience how TherapyBot can work in your practice, all you have to do is type in the word TherapyBot, and you're going to get to see automation engagement at its finest. Now, one of the things that this is not something that is Facebook owned, but it does work through Facebook. And one of the rules of engagement is the fact that you don't pretend to be someone else through something automated. How many times have you gotten something automated that just felt icky or felt weird? We don't want to do that. We want to have our bot, our robot, or our therapy bot have a personality, and let our customers, our patients, our clients know that they're going to get to engage with our therapy bot, and she is fun, and give her a little personality, and it makes it a more engaging and fun experience for them, and makes them want to engage more with you and feel like they're more connected with you, and not just like that you're pretending to be this someone else. Okay. So if you want to experience that more, type in the comments #TherapyBot. You can also, you'll get an opportunity to see how you can easily send an email or even a text through your bot and through this tool. Now, we like to use the tool ManyChat, and I'm going to give you guys, those of you guys who share with me the word automation below, I'm going to share with you a specific link that you can grab ManyChat. The links I'm going to share with you are our affiliate links. So I do get a thank you from these, but these are all tools that I use personally in our business. And you will also be able to access some extra goodies by using that link, rather than if you just went to their website or their tool on your own. So you can grab those if you want those, but I'm gonna send those to you in our show notes. So I'm gonna give you access to ManyChat, and you'll be able to use it for free. And then when you choose to, if you choose to upgrade and purchase it, you'll also get discounts. So let's talk about another way to automate. What about automated scheduling? So this is another way that you can make it seem like you've duplicated yourself. And I'm amazed at how many business owners, and specifically therapists in private practice, who are still trying to schedule things on their own and are not using automation in this process. Now, while it does cost a small fee, it can really, really simplify your life and increase your profit because you're not spending all the time doing all the things, rescheduling, canceling, all those things. So if you're a solopreneur, or you don't have an office manager or a front desk manager, you're probably taking care of all the scheduling. And you might feel like you can't really afford to automate this area, but you really can't afford not to. So texting or emailing back and forth to schedule takes up your time, and that's one of our most precious resources. Automated scheduling is really going to help you reduce cancellations. It'll help patients be able to reschedule or cancel themselves. I use this in my own business, in therapy practice, but then also in our health and wellness business as well. And it even allows them to send a text reminder. And we know that when people receive a text reminder, even when you get a text reminder, right, it helps tremendously for you to be able to remember the appointment that's coming up, right? And you can even integrate it with other programs that you're using already for appointments. For instance, like Zoom. If you're using Zoom for appointments with people, you could even use it to integrate, and it will already send them the links, the information, all the descriptions on how they can join in Zoom for teletherapy even. So really, an automated scheduling is really a great way to have an organized private practice, an organized business. You won't be able to meet the scheduling needs of all your clients and give everyone their preferred time. So this is really beneficial and convenient. So another component of automating your schedule is having appointment reminders automatically sent to your clients or your patients. And the one that I use and I'm going to suggest to you is called Acuity. And it allows you to send an email reminder to 48 hours before the appointment. And it also allows you to send a 4-hour text reminder. And I love that it integrates with Zoom and other tools that I'm using on the regular. It allows my patients, my clients, to be able to reschedule on their own, to cancel. And so this is a really helpful way. Again, I'm going to give you guys the links. When you share that word automation below, I'm going to give you guys access to my personal link to be able to access Acuity, and you can actually see how that works in action. And then you'll also be able to get some bonuses with that. So let me show you the last thing that you can do to automate. And this one might be the most obvious one, but it may be one that you're not utilizing. So what about automated social media? So automated social media, let's talk about that for a minute. Now, if you have been in a brick and mortar business, up until this point, or maybe you're, like we talked about last week, assessing your practice and looking at, do you want to continue as a brick and mortar? Do you want to move more online? Do you want to be doing therapy in homes, or doing a combination of all of the three? Really, when you're looking at, even if you're not moving into the online space and you're continuing in a brick and mortar, as you strive to serve your patients better, you need to move on into the online territory, and you cannot neglect social media. Even if you yourself are not on social media much, your patients are. And one of the ways that you can stay on the forefront of their minds is through regular contact on social media. Now, Facebook and or Instagram are some of the best places to start. And the tool that I recommend is called Smarter Q. And the reason I like this is because you can set up categories to keep a variety of content flowing. You know, you could have a category of therapy tips that you give once a week. You can have Q&A live sessions that go once a week, where you're really meeting your patients' needs on more of a global scale. And you know, you may not be able to stretch yourself to be able to answer every personal question as patients are coming in and out, or as you're having therapy session after therapy session, but you can provide on Fridays, just like I'm doing, you can do live Q&A sessions and answer some of the most common questions that you receive from patients or clients. You can provide community education via posts or Facebook Lives like this, or even on Instagram. You can do posts that on categories that establish your authority, or like we talked about last week, if you're going to choose to specialize, to really establish your authority on that specialized area of your therapy. You can set up a category of services offered and program announcements, even a behind the scenes look at what does a day in the life of therapy look like, or a solopreneur, or someone who is showing the behind the scenes of what business ownership looks like. So, and all you have to do is take about an hour each month, schedule out that content for the whole month. And when you choose to start with Smarter Q, you'll receive a full 30 days that you can try it out for free. Now, if you just go to Smarter Q and set this up yourself, you will not get a full 30 days. You'll actually, I think, only get a 14-day trial of it. But grabbing our show notes next week, you will be able to get a full 30 days that you can try this out, see how it works, and see how it lessens the stress on you and brings more people into your business and expands it just by getting on social media more. So if you find yourself wanting to dig in deeper to some of these things, you can join in our free Facebook group. We have a free Facebook group for therapists in all disciplines in private practice. So you can collaborate, you can support each other during all these shifts that are happening. And if you'd like access to that group, just let me know below. Thank you guys so much for joining in with me. We're going to be having a live wellness masterclass that's coming up in July. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about this Spark method and how it can help calm the crazy in your mind, help you overcome burnout, and return to joy so that you can really enhance the impact that you're already making on the lives around you. Now, these are complimentary, but you do have to register. And this is where the real juicy stuff comes in. So if you want to just grab that, just share with me below the word Masterclass, and I'll make sure you get that information. Yes, Masterclass. And yes, you can join our free Spark Your Mind in Therapy Private Practice group. And if you want a reminder of when we go live each Friday, just share with me below reminder, and I'll make sure you also get a reminder. Again, it feels like I've duplicated myself because I'm utilizing my automated engagement. And if you've engaged with our friend Ro the bot, she's fun and goofy, and sometimes she even gives away fun things. So thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I'll see you guys back here next week. Bye, everybody.